We did a photo shoot right before we started shooting, actually shooting the show. And that was the first time that it was all of us in our spandex. We were holding our helmets. We were all in formation. You know, everyone was there, all the stunties, all the producers, everyone was looking at us. And like, I remember being in the dressing room, just kind of like looking in the mirror, like straighten my spine a little bit. I was like, take a deep breath. And I was like, all right, I got to fill these shoes now. It's like, it's time to step up.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Rangers together! Samurai forever!
Our group was great. We had a really great cast for Power Rangers Samurai. We really became a family when we moved out there. In the beginning, you know, it's always awkward when you first meet, you know, new group. Okay, you're gonna live with some of them. You're gonna be with them every single day, all day. And we had something really special. We had a really great bond. We became a family right away. Even on our off times, we'd spend time with each other. Even now, we still all keep in touch. You know, we're very close still. So I still see them as my younger sister, brother, you know. So it was really nice.
I'm very proud of how you've come together.
We just followed some good advice and worked as a team.
Yes, but you are not just any team. You are the Samurai Rangers.
Rangers together! Samurai forever!
Voila!
Working with Erica was amazing. Her and I actually are pretty simpatico in terms of our personas, so we kind of got along the best. And while we were there, I was actually living with Erica and Brittany. We rented a house together, so we bonded really nicely.
I am the Red Ranger.
We're your team of samurai.
Let me warn you now. If you follow me, there is no turning back. Either we defeat the Nylok together, or they will take over the world. I will give these to only those who are ready to accept the challenge.
Alex is amazing. He's very outgoing, loved to, you know, be active and go hiking and camping, and he's just always down for anything. So it was really easy, you know. Loved to cook. He cooked for us too in the house, so that was really nice. And he's just very professional, especially on set. He was just always had his, you know, stuff ready, always there on time, always could count on him. So, you know, never ever any issues. We just always got along.
My big sister was supposed to become the Yellow Ranger, but she got sick. I had to take her place.
Wow, that's a lot to ask of you.
It's been tougher to see her go through her illness.
Brittany and I, she's definitely like my little sister. Of course, her and I are the only girls, so we hit it off right away, of course. We became very close.
She's very much like her character. She's very much that like sweet, bubbly blonde when she wants to be, but then she kind of has like this kick to her. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but she has actually a lip piercing and a nose piercing. And so she'd put those on and like kind of become this little bad girl, and it was kind of weird like how it would change.
Hey, Kev, do you ever take a break?
Every second that you're not training is a second wasted.
Najee's so funny. Me and Najee kind of have a brother-sister banter type of relationship, always joking around, teasing each other all the time.
Najee is awesome. I mean, he's born and raised in Hollywood, so he's a Hollywood boy.
Najee is just, he's the guy on set that everyone just, you know, can't help but laugh at his jokes, and he's just hilarious. We all say still to this day that he should have his own reality show because he's just so entertaining. You just sit in a room with him and you're just like, oh my gosh, did he just really say that?
Fun! Party!
Hector is amazing. Hector is one of my best friends now. We definitely had some rocky patches while we were filming. He's just a wild kid, you know. He flies by the seat of his pants. He's driven by his emotion, and sometimes it's not the most logical, but he always manages to come through unscathed. I don't know how he does it, but I mean, he's like one of the kindest and most loyal souls that I know.
Hector's great, very talented, such a great person to work with. Him and Najee actually lived together, and they had kind of like their own little bachelor pad, and that was perfect for them. He just kind of brought this togetherness for our group on set. I just feel like every single one of us all had a little something that we brought to the group, and it just all clicked and stuck together like, you know, really good glue together.
Now this is a big moment. Man, this is gonna be so golden. Now let's do this.
What? Who's this guy?
That's the guy you were chasing.
What is he doing?
He's going to get taken apart if he goes up against that Nylock.
Samurai Morpher! Gold power!
Steven Skyler. I kind of felt bad for Steven coming into it because he came about 3 months after we'd already been there. So the 5 of us got there and we'd become this little family, and then he came in and kind of just like brought a new energy to it, which wasn't a bad thing.
Steven was in all the audition rooms with me, and he kind of stuck out to me. So I kind of figured that he was gonna get casted for the Gold Ranger. It was really nice that once he came, you know, to have a 6th person on to kind of join our group and our little family. Working with Paul and Felix, I mean, first, Paul is just legendary. I mean, we were so excited that he was coming back. He's hilarious. I mean, makes everyone, all the crew and cast, just crack up all the time, every day on set. Very professional, very good at what he does.
Paulie is one of my favorite people in the world. He's so funny. He really is just like a jolly giant. There was a little bit of scheduling issues with him. He would shoot for like 3 days intensively and then go back to LA because he was working on other projects. So we didn't really get to spend like too much time with him, which was a shame, but you know, he's just so funny. You know, he lights up the set whenever he's there.
And Felix, so funny. Felix and Paul work really well together. I mean, their characters were great on the show.
Felix is intense. Felix is very intense. You think he would drop that character. I don't know how he stays with Spike like all day, every day. I think he was even pulling his own hair out at some point.
Felix is a very, very talented guy. Him and I had a fun little dynamic because of our characters on the show. He was in love with Mia, and so, you know, we had fun playing around with that, but it was great working with both of them.
Uramasa, my trusty sword. If I can't finally fight a worthy opponent and bring him to his knees, then what's the point in being immortal?
Having Rick on board, it was a lesson for us because we were able to sit down with him and really pick his brain about what to expect because we had no idea. I had a really good talk with him when he first got there over lunch, like what to expect from the fans, what to expect from the public, and like what we were supposed to be portraying in the general public eye.
We went on this island off of New Zealand and kind of all got together and got a house and stayed together just to get to know each other, which was really nice.
Some of my favorite scenes are the ones that I had with him where I was stuck in the cave or, you know, dueling it out on horseback, like stuff like that was really, really amazing.
He was really happy to be back and to be working as a villain. It's very different, you know, different side of it. We were trained by all the Japanese stunties, so that was amazing because a lot of them worked with all the original Mighty Morphins and did a lot of their stunt work, and now they became, you know, the stunt coordinators / second unit director. So it was just really amazing to work with them, and they're so talented. We've learned so much.
They are the soul of the show. They put on the monster costumes or us and sometimes the spandex and stuff. And that's what brings the show to life. I mean, that's what everyone remembers is the helmet heads fighting the monsters. And so they're all so great.
This ends right now. Samuraizer!
Go, go, Samurai!
When we're all morphing together, we have it down to a T now. It's almost like we've been doing it since we're born. We're just so perfect at it now. It's kind of scary. It just comes out of nowhere. It's just natural. But in the beginning, it was tough. I mean, if one person was even like a few seconds off, it would just kind of ruin everything. And the shot had to be perfect. We were at a convention, and one of the fans asked, you know, can you guys morph for us? And so we did, and we weren't prepared to do that, but somebody had filmed it, and we watched it later, and we just were like on the dot, like perfect, and it was great. It was really cool kind of to see that, oh wow, we still got that.
Do not underestimate the power of Master Xandred if he awakens. His Nylock legions are too much for one person, even one as strong as you. Teams of samurai have battled this evil for centuries.
I'm really supposed to lead a team?
It's what your training has prepared you for.
We got to watch it with the entire crew for the first time. We were going on a holiday hiatus, and that's right about when the first 3 episodes were gonna air. So we had a big barbecue, and had all of the crew, all of the cast, everyone that was involved, and we all sat in one of the studios and had it on a projector screen. It was pretty surreal.
We didn't really know what to expect, what it was gonna look like, what the opening song was gonna be, once we kind of heard the Mighty Morphin tune, we just were so excited. Everyone was really hyped. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of emotional a little bit, just kind of seeing yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I really am a Power Ranger, this is what we're really doing. You kind of forget when you're on set every day and you're just, in work mode and just shooting. You don't realize, okay, what it's gonna look like at the very end, what the finished product is gonna look like. But it was pretty amazing.
Now that's how it's done in this century.
Clash of the Red Rangers was fun. That was actually the very last thing that we shot, which, is always sad. Actually, my very last scene is the one where me and RPM Red are getting out of the harbor. That was the very last shot of me shooting in New Zealand. Funny story about that one, though. When RPM comes in and you don't see him fully for the first few shots, that's actually me in the spandex. Our stunt guys had to go off and work with the other unit, so they put me in RPM spandex, like the little close-up of his feet walking and like him turning the key off, that was me.
Let's do this!
Go, go, Samurai! Yeah!
Samurai Ranger, ready! Samurai Ranger, ready!
Samurai Ranger, ready!
Samurai Ranger, ready!
Samurai Ranger, ready!
Samurai Ranger, ready!
Being a part of this huge legacy has been so surreal. I forget how big of a deal that really is, to be a part of all of this.
It was tough. There was a couple of times when I had a little bit of a nervous breakdown and it was like, what am I doing? Am I gonna do this correctly? Like, I have to make all these fans proud. Like, I don't know if I can do it, kind of thing. But because it is such a big legacy and all the fans are so loyal and so amazing, you kind of feel that love already. And so it helps drive you to make the product as good as it can possibly be. And also, I know the influence that Rangers had on me as a kid. So to come into it knowing like, all right, I can help kids' lives right now is a pretty special power to have.